Nick DeLuca catching up with the Fordham Athletics Hall of Fame class of 2021. She led the women's swimming and diving team to their first ever A10 championship in 2010, Atlantic 10 championship in the 500 freestyle and 800 freestyle, two-time team captain and team MVP, a second team all A10 selection in the 200 free and 200 fly as a member of the 400 freestyle relay as a senior, and a member of the Fordham class of 2010, Caitlin Napoli. Caitlin, how are you? Thanks so much for joining us.
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction. Hoping you could take us through the moment that you found out you were going to the Fordham Hall of Fame. Where were you? What was the conversation like? And what was the feeling knowing that you're going to be a Hall of Famer?
So it was a little bit of a similar situation that we are doing right now. I was on Zoom, and I kind of had a feeling when I was asked by the athletic director to have a Zoom call, but you never want to assume, even though I was. And when he told me, my heart just kind of went into my stomach, and I immediately wanted to start crying out of happiness, but I kept it together to not embarrass myself. But I was just so happy and excited to be recognized for not only my accomplishments personally, but for the team's accomplishment for what we did. And I just couldn't be happier. It would have been nice to be in person, but we're making the best of it.
When you look back at your time at Rose Hill, is there something that you cherish the most about your experience?
So many things. I mean, my 4 years that I spent at Rose Hill were 4 amazing years that I cherish very deeply. All of my best friends to this day are still from Fordham. We talk all the time. We reminisce about being there. You know, I think being part of the swim team, you know, we were a family, and that family has continued. And I can't just pick one because my whole 4 years were just an amazing experience that I had.
We talked a little bit about this before getting into this, but is there a moment or a record that means the most to you? You mentioned about being the first captain of a women's team to win a championship.
Yeah, I mean, the first places that I had in the 2 free and the 5 through throughout my career at Fordham were very memorable and something that I am very proud of. But the thing that would come to my mind first would be the fact that I was able to be the captain and help lead the way of not only being the first women's swimming team to win an A10 championship, but being the first women's team in Fordham history to win an A10 championship. And like we were talking about before, you know, I got to see the evolution of a swim team that when I came to it as a freshman, you wouldn't have believed that we won A10s in 4 years. And the huge growth that we all went through personally in the pool as teammates, it was just an amazing thing to be a part of and been able to experience.
Caitlin, I'll get you out of here on this one. What does it mean to you now, reflecting and understanding that the announcement is here to be enshrined as a Fordham Hall of Famer?
I mean, it means everything. Swimming in itself is a very grueling sport. It's a lot of hours looking at a black line. It's a lot of commitment and sacrifice. And being part of an institution such as Fordham that, again, I hold very deeply and cherish, and then for a sport that I gave so much to, is kind of like, it's the peak of what I could have achieved in my swimming career. So again, as I've said, it means the world to me. It's something that I dreamt about as a freshman, being like, I want to be at the Hall of Fame one day. You know, I would pass those plaques every day walking to swim practice and thinking, I hope one day I'm able to be part of that elite group. And now being part of it, it's surreal.
She led the women's swimming and diving team to their first A10 championship ever in 2010, Atlantic 10 champion in the 500 free and 800 freestyle, two-time team captain and team MVP, second team all A10 selection, the 200 free and 200 fly as a member of the 400 freestyle relay as a senior. Caitlin, congratulations and appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.